Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to a new video on the channel. So in today's video, we're going to check out how we can start our very own dropshipping website using Wix. So this will be a beginner tutorial, so if you've never done dropshipping in the past, or if you've never done your own website in the past, this is going to be the perfect tutorial for you to get started with your dropshipping, either dropshipping maybe using TikTok or maybe just using social media ads, whatever you're doing to market your products. This will be the basics of setting up your store and making sure that your customers coming into your website have a good experience and find your products easily. And in this video, I'll also show some tips and tricks on how to find winning products, so find products that actually sell very well and have potential to grow exponentially. But with that being said, let's just jump into this tutorial. Hopefully you enjoy. So the first thing you should do to get started is just click on the top link in the description. This will take you to the page that I am currently on, and depending on when you watch this video, it might look a bit different, but the steps will still be fairly similar. So getting started with the tutorial, the first thing we want to do is just go ahead and click on Start Selling Now. Once we click on Start Selling Now, we'll come to this page right here. And on this page, we want to make sure we click on Sign Up in order to create a new account. Once we click on Sign Up, we have the option to either create an account using our email address, or you can log in using Facebook or Google. If you log in using Facebook or Google, most likely it will be your personal account. And in most cases, if you're a business, you don't want to use your personal Facebook or personal Google to your business account. But if you are just creating this for fun, let's say, then sure, just go ahead and use your Facebook. But I would recommend you to use an email address, maybe create an email address for your new store, maybe superglasses, hotmail.com or whatever it is. Just create an email for that specific store. It just makes it so much easier to manage everything from one place. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and create an account right now. Once you've signed up for an account, you'll see something similar to this, which will say, what kind of website do you want to create? So here it's essentially just up to what we want to create here. And we already know that we want to create an e-commerce website. We want to sell products to people. So what we can go ahead and do is just go ahead and click on the online store option. And once we have clicked on the online store option, we'll have the option to choose between a Wix ADI, which will create the website automatically for you. In this case, we want to create our website from scratch, which is going to be choose a template. But if you want to create a Wix website from scratch, just answering some questions, the Wix ADI is decent enough. But if you want more creativity behind your website, I would definitely go with choosing a template. So that's what I'm going to click right now. So I'm going to click on choose a template right here. Once we are in the template options, you'll see that we have a bunch of different templates right here. We'll also have some categories at the top. So we'll have our e-commerce website templates. But you can also go ahead and switch back if you want to check out some of the other themes as well. But what I want to do right now is just go ahead and choose from the e-commerce website templates. So what we have is that we do have some at the top, so which is one accessory one. We have a plant boutique, accessory store, face mask shop. Actually, that could be a good idea for our shop. So why don't we create a dropshipping website selling face masks? Because we are in a time where people use face masks and it's becoming more and more of a clothing piece that people wear. So people go ahead and actually buy branded face masks because it's becoming more and more popular and people want to stick out. And it is a piece that everyone essentially has to wear in most places that you are. So why don't we just find some cool face masks, put it on a nice store, and then we can market it, let's say on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, and that way we can get some customers in as well. So that sounds like a good idea to me. So what we'll do is just use the face mask shop. What we'll do is we can either click on view right here to get a preview on how this theme would look like. We can also click on view full demo to get a full demo on how the website looks like. But if you already know that you want to use this theme, you can just go ahead and click on edit. Once you have clicked on edit, we will open up the Wix website editor. So in the Wix website editor, you can see that we have a lot of things on the screen right now. And if this is the first time you're making a website, this is going to be a bit overwhelming, but we're going to walk you through step by step here, so you don't have to worry. We can just start off on the side right here. So on the side, we'll have our pages, which is going to be all the pages that we have on the website right now. It's going to be our home page. We're going to have our shop, adults, kids, FAQ, contact, shipping and return, and store policy. That is going to be all our pages on the website. Then we also have some additional pages as well. So we have our sign up and login pages, we have our store pages, and then we have our members pages. Then going back up here, we're just going to close this down. We do have background, so this is going to be the background color of your website. So if you want to change the color of your background, you can go ahead and click here. The next one is going to be add. So adding, if I click right here, you can see that we have a bunch of different elements that we can add to our website, which is great about Wix because there's so many different elements and so many different features that you can add to your website. But we're not going to add anything right now, so I'm just going to close this down. Jumping to the next one, we have the theme manager. In the theme manager, you can change the color and the feel and look of your website in a very simple way. So you can choose a new color palette that will fit whatever branding you want to go for your store. Jumping down, we have add app. Add app is going to be similar to the app store on your phone. What essentially it does is that you can choose between a bunch of different apps that different developers have made. It doesn't have to be made by Wix, it can be made from other developers, and this will add additional features to your website. So if you want to add, let's say, Instagram feed to your website, you can go ahead, go to the apps and search for Instagram, and that way you can find an app that gives you that functionality. And the Instagram feed is very simple, but there are a bunch of different apps in here. Some of them are higher quality than others, but just make sure you read some of their reviews and make sure that you pick something that actually benefits your store, because you don't want to go ahead and add all the apps that you find. Just use the ones that you actually need, and that should be good. Jumping down, we have media. So in media, you'll have all the images that you have on your website, either that you uploaded yourself. It can also be videos, it can also be icons. All of that is going to be under media, and you'll also have some free images as well from Wix, which you can use on your website. Jumping down, we're going to have start blogging. So this will be a functionality to add a blog to your website. Then we'll have my store, which is going to be where you manage all of the settings in your store. There's going to be your product, your shipping settings, so on and so forth. And at the very bottom, we're going to have our Send Business tools, which is going to be more marketing tools to help you grow your business. And that is going to be it for all of the tools you have on the side right here. It's going to take you a while to get used to them, but I would recommend you just walk them through one by one. And if you want a more detailed overview on how to design your website, I do recommend you to watch my How to Make a Website Using Wix 2021, where I go more into detail on how to actually design your own website using Wix. So if you watch that video, you'll have some more ideas on what you can do to change the actual features on your website. But with that being said, just some light overview. As you can see in the editor, everything you hover over will be clickable. So if you do click an element, so this text, for example, what will happen is that you'll have the option to edit this text, and you can change what's on here. You can change the design, you can change the size, the color, all of that will be in here. And each and every element on your website will have that feature. So you can just go ahead and click on something. You'll have the ability to change what's actually there. So the very first thing we want to do on our site is get our premium plan. But before we get our premium plan, what we want to make sure we do is go to settings, and then we want to make sure we click on connect a domain. We are going to get either a free domain using Wix. So when you get your premium plan, you do get a free domain with your package if you do get the yearly package. Or you can also connect a domain that you already have. So if you already own a domain, you can connect it to your Wix site once you got the premium package. But the first thing we want to do is just set up our free Wix domain. My free Wix domain is going to be my Wix site. And once I put that in here, just go ahead and click on save and continue. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and click on done. And then we'll have the upgrade button up here. So we can just go ahead and click on upgrade and then compare plans. Once we are in the compare plans options, the prices here will vary depending on what country you are in, and the package you want to get will also be different depending on your needs. But what is important here to notice is that we'll have our website plans, and then we'll have our business and e-commerce plans. And because we are going to set up a dropshipping store, we want to make sure that we actually get a business and e-commerce plan for our website. And then in order to get Wix unique dropshipping feature, we want to make sure we get the business unlimited package at least, or the business VIP, because the business basic is not going to include the e-commerce dropshipping features. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the business unlimited package for now. I do recommend you to read through all of the features and compare these packages so you make sure you get the package that fits your needs. But in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and use the business unlimited one. So I'm going to go ahead and click on select. Then we'll have the option to select our billing cycle. In this case, you'll have some savings. If you go for the 3-year package, for example, you'll save $200 in this example. But if you do go with the yearly package at least, which is what I do recommend you to do, with the yearly package, you do get the free domain. which I do think is worth it, and you also get some savings on top of that. But if you do want to get the monthly package because you already have a domain, or you don't want to pay that much upfront because you don't know if you want to keep the store for a long time, then of course go with a monthly package. But in my case, I'm going to go with the yearly package for now. Once you selected your billing cycle, you can just go ahead and click on continue to checkout. And then right here, because I have to fill out my payment information, I'll just skip to the next step. Just fill out your payment information and then you can just submit your purchase. Once you've made your purchase, you will see the screen right here which says congratulations, your site is premium, and then you'll have the option to get your free domain as well if you did not get the monthly package. But if you got the yearly package, you'll have the option. So what I'm going to do right here is just select a domain for our website. So why not just go with who is Bobbin face mask for this example. Let's see if it's available. whoisbobbinfacemask.com is available, so we're just gonna go ahead and grab this domain. So just go ahead and click on get it. Once you've selected your domain, you'll also have the option to pick your domain package as well. And because our domain is free for 1 year, what I would recommend you to do is just go ahead and click on 1 year. That way you don't have to pay for next year's domain. That will just automatically charge you next year once your domain expires. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on 1 year, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. Then you will have to fill out your information right here. I'm just going to go ahead and click continue as well. And then the last step here is if you want the privacy protection. I don't need this for my website, so I'm just going to go with the basic protection, which will be free. And once that is done, you can go ahead and click on continue. And there you go, your new domain is also live. So now we actually do have our premium package as well as our domain. So our website is now ready to go. We just have to set up the settings, find our products, and publish our website live. So what I'm going to do is just actually go back to the previous tab, which I have open in my window right here. And if I do go back to the previous window, we can see that this is our website once again. And in order to make sure that we have our new premium features, what I'll do is just refresh this tab right here. And that way we'll make sure that all our new features and settings are actually loaded. Now, the next thing we want to do to set up our dropshipping features is going to be to go to add apps. And then we want to make sure we install the actual dropshipping app from Wix. So what we want to do right here is just search for the app Modalyst. And then you'll see it right here, Modalyst Dropshipping. And then once you're on this page right here, you can read about the features and the reviews as well. But once that is done, just go ahead and click on claim this app. We'll open up another window. And this is just to get the information from your store for the dropshipping features to work. So what you just do is just go ahead and click add. Once that is done, you want to make sure you connect your store to Modalyst. So this will be actually creating a account. I would recommend you use the same email address that you already use for your Wix account as well. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my account right now, and I will be back with you in just a second. Then once you've finished creating your account, you'll see this dashboard right here. Then what we want to do is just make sure we go to the find product sections. Under the find product section, we can see that we have a finish setting up your store. Which is going to be adjusting our pricing rules, connecting to Aliexpress, add products to our import list, and also sync our products to our Wix store. So we're just going to go through this one by one, starting off with adjust pricing rules. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on adjust pricing rules. In our pricing rules, we essentially add the markup we want to our product. So right here, we can see that we have our price. Then you'll have our independent brand item cost times 167 for this example. So we would charge the customer 167 times that we actually pay from the Aliexpress seller, for example. In this case, it's really all up to your preference. I'm just going to set this to 2 just for the ease of this tutorial, but I will definitely do some testing here because you want to make sure you find that perfect line of how much you can charge your customers without them actually being upset about the pricing. And it also depends on what type of product you're selling, because if the product seems more premium and if your brand is good enough, you can actually have a really high markup on your product. And this is the same with designer brands. Designer brands have a huge markup because they have a good brand behind it. So if you manage to get a really good branding behind your product, you can have like 10x the initial price if you really are successful with your dropshipping model. In this case, I'm just going to put it as 2x, and that is going to be fine for now. Then we have shipping rate. So shipping rate will be if you want to push the shipping cost from your suppliers. So let's say you have a seller on Aliexpress which charges $5 for shipping. Then if you don't want to stand for that cost, and if you want to push it onto your customer, you can actually add it onto the customer or set your own shipping cost as well. So if I want our shipping to cost $3, let's say, on all orders, then I can set it as 3. But if you want it to be as easy as possible, you can just go ahead and click on don't add, and this way the shipping cost will be pushed onto you. Then jumping up to the next one, we'll also have the name brand. So name brands will actually be famous suppliers. So if you're using dropshipping suppliers which are actually selling, let's say, Nike or Louis Vuitton or Gucci or whatever it is, if you're actually using those as your dropshipping suppliers, then you can add an additional markup to those specific products. In this case, we are not going to do this, so I'm just going to not add anything here. And then I'm going to jump over to the next tab, which is going to be trendy and affordable items. It's going to stay the same. We'll have a 2x on these products as well. And Aliexpress will also be 2x on these products. CBD, we're not going to touch CBD products. Once we're all happy with this, we're going to go ahead and click save again, and then save and apply and OK. And once all that is done, we can go ahead and go back to find products. Now we have fixed adjust pricing rules. The next one is going to be connect to Aliexpress. I'm going to click on this one right here. So this connection with Aliexpress actually is just going to connect your Aliexpress account to Modalyst as well. So this will be able to pull all the data from Aliexpress and also pull all the orders that you get in and make the actual orders on Aliexpress for you. So the first thing we want to do is make sure we click on connect to Aliexpress. Right here, you want to make sure you sign in with your Aliexpress account. And then once you are on this page right here, just make sure you click on authorize. Once we've made that connection, we'll also have the ability to join the Aliexpress dropshipping program. I actually already joined the Aliexpress dropshipping program. So what I'll do is just click on I have already joined the program. And then at the very bottom, we'll also have the install Chrome extension. This will add a Chrome extension to Google Chrome if you're using Google Chrome, which I do recommend you to use, which will make this a lot easier for you to do. So what I'll do is just click on install Chrome extension. Then I will just click on add right here. And now we just added the Chrome extension to our Chrome. So we'll have it up here in the corner so we can close down this window and go back to the dashboard right here. And now all of this is done, all of this is set up, so we can go back to find products once again. Now the very last that we want to do here is add products to your import list, which we can now do with our Chrome extension that we installed, and sync products we'll do once we actually have our list of products. So now what we're going to do is actually jump over to Aliexpress, and then what we want to do is make sure we find the price we want to sell in our store. So this will all depend on what you actually want to sell in your store. And if you have no idea what you want to sell, then Aliexpress is going to be the perfect place for you to find those products, because you have so many different products to choose from, and a lot of them do have a drop shipping potential behind them. In this case, what we want to sell is going to be face masks. So I'm just going to go ahead and search for masks. In here, we have a lot to sort through. If we want the normal face mask, we do have them over here, but we obviously want to find something that can be a bit more branded than the general face mask. So we want to make sure we find something that actually sticks out. So right here, we do have some sort of face mask. So this is essentially just going to be like a face mask that looks like you don't have your face mask on, which I guess can be funny, and I think it has potential to be used in a video as well. I think this is from an actual video that went viral with this guy walking into, I think it was a dealership, where the car salesman actually started pointing out like, hey, can you please put on your mask? But he actually said like, oh, I already have it on. So that is a bit funny. If you want to use that, I think it could work pretty well, especially on TikTok, because it's that type of content that could work well. But it's not necessarily what I want on my store. So what I'll do is just keep going down, and let's see if we find something that we can use. Right here we have a rhinestone one, which is going to be a face mask with rhinestones. I guess that could work. I'm not sure for what type of occasion you would use this kind of face mask, but we do have that potential if you want to maybe create some kind of store that really has like branded, high quality feel about them. Which could be a potential to use, but in this case I don't feel like this is going to be the right fit. It's a bit pricey as well at $4, but I think generally face masks, even from the bigger brands like Nike, I think they are around $20 each. That could potentially be a good markup for us, because we would have a 3x markup. But moving down, we do have some additional ones. I think the rhinestone seems to be doing pretty well, so we can see how many have been sold before. And actually, if we go back to the very top right here, we can actually sort this by orders. So if you sort it by orders, we can see the price which has the most orders. Obviously here we'll have a lot of irrelevant options as well. There's gonna be like skincare face mask, but if you keep going down, I think we'll be able to find something. So this meme one actually sold very well. 1,706 pieces of this has been sold, and they're very, very cheap as well, and with free shipping. So if you would dropship this for, let's say, $20, you have a huge profit on top of this actual face mask when you do have the free shipping as well. But if you keep going down, let's see if we find something that fits our needs. We have this one right here, which is actually pretty unique. So let's just go ahead and click on this one. I think this looks very, very cool. It has this see-through face mask, which a lot of people are actually using because they want people to be able to see your smile. So if you're interested in something like this, I mean, it does have potential. I think I've seen this across social as well. So this is something that could potentially work. It might have some viral effect to it. So this could definitely be a product that we could add to our store. So if we wanted to add this to our store, actually something I noticed right now as well is that this supplier actually have the option to ship from the United States. So if your target market, which in most cases are going to be the United States, you'll have a lot faster shipping than you usually have at drop shipping. Usually what happens with drop shipping, if you're shipping from China, the package will not arrive until 30 days later, which will impact the actual premium feel of your brand. So if you have the option to ship from the United States, you can make the shipping quicker, and that way your customers are more satisfied and you get better reviews and more orders. So overall, it's very important that you make sure that the shipping is as fast as possible. But in this case, I like the product. So what I'll do is just click on the add to Modalyst option right here. Once we click on that, we'll actually import it to a Modalyst dashboard. So now if I do go back to the very top right here and we go back to the Modalyst tab, then we can see our import list, which I'm going to click on right here. And in the import list, we can see right here that we do have our product in the store. So what we can do is edit the title of this product. Obviously, this product title is very, very Aliexpressy. So we want to make sure we change this. So in this case, maybe I want to change it to transparent. Let's say the product name is Transparent Face Mask 2021. Is an awful product name, but for this case, I'm just going to use it. Obviously, I would recommend you to spend time on your product naming conventions. It's a lot more important depending on what type of product you're selling. If you're selling watches, it's going to be more important. If you're selling face mask, well, face mask makes sense. It's a good name for your product. But in this case, I like the name, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on save. Then we have the option to sort these as well. So this will be dependent on your store. So this is going to be for adults. I don't think we'll have the sizing for kids. So what I'm going to click is on adults, and it will be added to our adult collection. We can also add it to our most popular if you want as well. Once that is done, we'll also have the option to change the description of this product. The description, I would recommend you to spend a lot of time in your description because this is just going to be taken from Aliexpress. So the description has to be selling somewhat. So I would recommend you to spend a lot of time here. But for this example, I'm just going to change it to hi. This is the best face mask you will ever get. So my product description is going to be hi. This is the best face mask you will ever get. And that is good for us. But as I said, I really do recommend you to spend a lot of time on the actual description. And as before, it depends on what type of product you're selling. It depends on the price of the product. If it is a product which is very, very expensive, you want to make sure you spend more time on the product description because people are going to weigh their option a lot more. But if it's a $5 item, if it's a $10 item, the product description doesn't have to be super, super detailed and super, super selling because people are generally less afraid of losing that $5 to $10 because it's such a small impulse purchase, which is just going to be a quick purchase for them in the end of the day. But jumping from there, we do have variants, so we can go ahead and go to the variants options. So right here we have the China shipping or the United States option. Obviously, we don't want to have the China option because we only want to ship directly from the United States. So what we'll do is actually remove the China option right here. And then what we can do is actually the SKU can stay the same. The SKU is fine. It will just be your identifying number for this specific product. Color can be transparent, and that is fine. Ships from United States, and that's fine. So that is all good. Jumping from there, we do have pricing. So pricing, as mentioned before, we want to make sure we have good pricing on these products. You probably want to make sure you do some kind of research on your products as well. What are other people selling these products for? I mentioned the Nike example, which Nike is selling face masks for about $20, I think. But I think this face mask is a bit more unique because it is transparent. So maybe we could potentially charge customers $25 for this. And given that the item cost us $2, and the shipping is free, we have a $23 profit margin per face mask. So we could even go potentially lower on this if we want, so maybe $10. We still have our $8 profit margin per face mask that we're selling. And it's shipping from the United States as well, which is going to mean that our shipping is going to be super quick and our customers are going to be super happy with their purchase. So $10, that's fine with me. Jumping down, we do have the final option, which is going to be media. Here, I do recommend you to get the product yourself and take your own images of the product, because that would actually make your store look a lot more professional than having these images directly from Aliexpress. And you don't have to take the picture yourself. You can send them to influencers and the influencers send you images back, which you then can use on your website. And that kind of adds more to the social proof as well, because if you do have product images with a bunch of different people wearing your product, that will add social proof and people are more locked into actually getting your product. So in the end of the day, make sure you have high quality images. In this case, at least what we want to do, because we don't have our own images yet, is remove this image because it has some text on it, which I don't like to have directly on my store, and also the first one right here. Once we're done with all of the settings on our actual product, we can go ahead and click add to Wix. Once we've done that, we have now imported our very first product to our Wix store. That is actually where I'm going to end off this video. So in today's video, we actually set up our website. We got our website domain, we got our premium plan, and we have set up our dropshipping plugin as well. So all of the settings are actually ready for our store now. Now we want to make sure we do the actual branding of our website, setting up our social media, and doing the rest of the settings to make sure that our store is going to be successful. But all of that will be covered in the upcoming episode in this tutorial, which actually will be a series. So if you want to watch the next episode, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. But that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please make sure to leave a like down below. And also subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this one. If you're having any issues with your new dropshipping website, you can also leave it in the comments down below. I try to answer as many comments as I can. So if you do have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. Or you can join our Discord channel, which is also linked down in the description. And in the Discord channel, you'll be able to ask questions to other people from the channel, reach out to me if you have any questions. And the channel overall is just a good place for you to be if you want to be around a community that cares about website building, drop shipping, marketing, whatever it is. Do join that Discord channel because it is a free channel to join. So just go ahead, join the Discord channel and have a chat with other people from the channel. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the very next video.